Okay, it's been a little while. I've been working, just haven't been videoing everything because especially this convertible top, it's kind of boring, but it's kind of been kicking my butt too, trying to get it all straight and lined up. It's been pretty difficult. I had to sandblast this whole thing because it was just super rusty, and then coated it in some epoxy primer, and it's looking pretty nice. This front panel is new. It's just a little dirty, but this front header panel is brand new because the old one is just too rusted. That's actually the only replacement part that they even offer for this convertible top, so thankfully I was able to do that instead of buying the entire thing, because that's your only option. Is you can buy a couple little parts and like the hinge bolts and things, but not individual parts, especially like this piece that I'm trying to fix right now. I have to make a pivot bolt that they don't offer, so that's been kind of a struggle, and just trying to protect the car from damaging it while I'm doing all this work. It's starting to line up. I may have to wait a little bit longer because there's some trim pieces that go underneath here, and everyone has them on back order, and I cannot order them yet. So it's coming along. It's just kind of going slow. I did get some door glass in on this driver's door. I'm waiting on that glass for the passenger's door, but that's looking pretty good. Goes up and down pretty well, turning out pretty nicely. But just trying to get all the parts together and everything, trying to find everything from a car that I didn't take apart. It's been interesting, and this is what I was kind of worried about, and I kind of figured it. I knew that was going to happen, but it's coming together. It's just taking a little longer than I hoped. Got a lot of parts here, just a ton of parts that I've been ordering and trying to get everything ready. Another thing that I'm very excited about is I got the engine the other day. It's kind of a mess right now, but this is a 6-liter out of a van actually, but it is a 3rd generation LS engine, so it should be really good. I'm very excited about it. It's a lower mile one. It is rusty because it came from the Midwest, but it is really healthy from what I can tell. I took the oil pan off and I can see all the cylinder walls look just amazing. Still great cross hatching. I can actually shine a light in the spark plug hole and roll it over until the exhaust valves and the intake valves come around, and I can actually see it in the cylinders, and it looks really well. There is a little bit of carbon down in the intake runners, but the valves are very clean, and I'm just really happy with how this thing is looking. You can't really see it, but this engine seems really healthy. It's just a little dirty, which I can clean it up and be good to go. But I wanted to go to a modern power plant, and I'm really excited about this. So anyway, it's been a while since I've given an update, and I just been a few days since I've had an update, so actually weeks. But just plugging along. I'm gonna work today, see if I can get some more done on this convertible top. Maybe get the hydraulic cylinders put in, and the pump for the hydraulics and for the top, and we'll see how far I get today. Well, I got the 6-liter ripped apart, pulled the heads off. I wasn't going to because I was pretty sure that this was a pretty healthy engine, but I decided to pull them off anyway just so I can kind of inspect the lifters too, and I may just end up replacing them just while I have the heads off. But as you can see, there's pretty little amount of carbon on all these pistons. They look amazing. I started cleaning this one right here, but just not very much carbon on these at all. The other thing that I'm very happy about, hopefully you can see this on camera, is the cross hatching in the cylinder. It looks great. There's very little wear in this cylinder. All the cylinders actually, they all look really good. There's also almost no ring ridge, so very little wear in this thing. Really happy about that, because you never know when you're buying a junkyard engine. You could end up buying something that's high mileage. They say it's low mileage, it ends up being high mileage, but I think this engine truly was a pretty low mileage engine. Very little carbon buildup. Same thing on the heads. The heads look pretty darn good. Very little carbon buildup, so I will clean them up and pull the valves out. I gotta do springs on them anyway, so I will get it all cleaned back up and happy again, and then throw this thing back together. I'm really pleased with how clean and how great everything looks, and so far anyway. So anyway, quick update on the 6-liter side, and it's been a couple days later since I've given an update, so I'll keep plugging along. Hopefully I got next week off of work and should be able to get quite a bit done, and hopefully get the engine in the car. At least that's the goal. It won't be completely ready, but hopefully I'll have the heads back on. I got a new oil pan coming, and then get it at least in the car and sitting in there so where I can start mocking everything up and see how everything's fitting. I need to get this thing cleaned up and then painted as well. So we've still got lots of work to do, but looking pretty good.